Who am I here with today?
Hi, my name is Soph Kershaw. I'm a postgraduate trainee at IMUA.
So, what does mental health mean to you personally?
Wow, that's a great question. I think mental health is a lot to do with our capacity to live life on life's terms, and to not be overwhelmed with it, but to be able to face it directly and to be in it, and then to enjoy it as best we can when we can.
What inspired you to get into the field?
Lots of different things. I was a teacher before this, and I really enjoyed the relationship building I did with kids at the school. And then also my own personal work, I think, brought me to this job, and it feels like a really big and important piece of that for me.
I know you're in the postgraduate kind of part of training now. What's like a one impactful thing from your kind of training rotation at Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center?
I my answer to this is easy. It's the community and the people that I met there. I think the people that work there, and also the clientele that I met there, really changed me in ways that I'm very grateful for. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, what's a misconception about therapists?
That we're going to psychoanalyze you and tell you what's wrong with you. We're not, that's not, I think, the main goal, or a goal really of mine, but instead just to be with you and to help you grow and to help you feel comfortable asking yourself questions and figuring out your own goals. And so it's a lot more about you and a lot less about us. And yeah, I think that's the cool part about it.
How do you stay hopeful when the work gets real heavy?
I think on every given day, there's a really heavy day and there's a feeling of like, wow, this is overwhelming. But I think on that same day, there's always a hopeful moment or an inspiring moment or a piece of wisdom or insight that comes from a client. And so it's just about waiting for that next moment to come.
You know what? Speaking of, what's a moment that you've had so far that makes you really feel proud of the line of work you're in?
I always think a big moment that I feel proud of is when a client is able to start getting real with themselves about the things that they need to work on and able to do that without shame and just able to be like, okay, this is something I want to change about myself and I feel like I can do that now. I think that's a really powerful moment for a person.
What's one thing that you do when, say, life gets hectic in order to kind of ground or reset yourself?
Hang out with my friends is a big one. Go to the beach, that's another one. And then I watch a decent amount of TV.
Love that. I do too. Actually, I find some TV watching as good recharge.
Yeah.
And the more I feel like I need to watch the show that I'm watching, that's kind of my, the signal gets louder with that. So thank you for saying that. I really like that. I mean, of course I'm biased, but anyway, sorry. Hey, what's one thing about mental health that you wish they taught in school, say like middle school or high school?
Just the idea that everybody goes through hard times. I think that's maybe not super obvious in middle school. And then I think with new middle schoolers and social media, I think it's really hard and I mean really easy for them to start comparing themselves to people that are not really real and just I think I would say something about that. I'm not entirely sure about the words for that one, but don't compare yourself to people that aren't real.
What's one piece of advice you would give someone who is trying to go into the field, thinking about it, maybe they just started school?
Do your own work. I think the biggest thing about how well you can do this job is just like how comfortable you are with intimacy with another person, how comfortable you are with sitting with somebody when they're in pain and when they're hurting. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that probably means that you haven't done enough of your own work with your own shadow. And so, yeah, I think your power comes from sitting with your own darkness so then you can help people sit with theirs.
So I have a last few questions. One is, why do you think people still hesitate to ask for help? And what would you say to them?
I think that we're fed silly narratives that asking for help is a sign of weakness, when I think a lot of times asking for help is one of the scariest things we can do because it's vulnerable, and it's extremely courageous. And so just asking for help itself, I think, is something worthy of patting yourself on the back about.
What are you excited about for your, future training as you're working towards licensure and all that?
I'm really excited to figure out what my specialty is going to be. I feel like I've had the chance at IMUA and at the comp to work with a whole wide range of people, which I've really, really loved and valued. But I'm excited to kind of specialize and start to figure out what my niche is going to be in this field.
Heck yeah. All right, so this is our last question of all of our interviews. It's our signature question.
Okay.
So our show is called Listen to Your Heart.
Okay.
So thank you. So Soph, when you listen to your heart, what's it saying?
It says be authentic. I think authenticity is really hard because when you live fully authentic and somebody says no, they say no to all of you, to your core. But when you live authentically and somebody says yes, there's really no feeling like it. So that's what I would say. It's worth the risk. Live
Awesome.
authentic.
Soph, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to Heartbeats.
If you'd like to support our mission, check out the link in our bio to visit our store or make a donation to our nonprofit, IMUA Heart. Together, we can IMUA towards a happier, healthier Hawaii. Until next time, mahalo.